Welcome back to Air. Welcome back to AJ's Airy. We're getting started in one moment. Thank you for joining me live tonight. We're going to be talking about the full moon in Gemini that's coming up tomorrow. We're going to be talking about the card pull of the day. It's a 2-for-1 special today. And also just talk about anything else Spirit wants us to talk about, honestly. So I'll be getting started in a few moments. Thank you for being with me in the space. For those of you who don't know, my name is AJ, and this is AJ's Airy, my little corner of the world where I give you a deep dive into my life, my mind, my sacred spaces. Today on live, I'm going to first start off by reading EjeO's Ancestor Said, 365 Meditations for a Peaceful Year. November 26th. Go back to yourself. Release the burdens of others that you accidentally camouflaged as your own. Recreate yourself and watch how those materialize out of thin air. I thought that was really beautiful and really in line with the cards that came out today, the bibliomancy that I did today, also the writing workshop that I went to with EjeO today, and the theme of today's writing circle was liberation. So I thought that alignment was really beautiful. I also did some bibliomancy from Questions for Ada. We are aware of the many reasons to fall apart, to break apart, to never rise again. But we have lived in the glory of standing with our face towards the sun again and again. See in the comment, we love it. Yes, absolutely. Like they were just both so in alignment. It was really beautiful. Also the cards for the day from this morning, I pulled Mother of Knives or Swords for the collective. So it looks like. And I also pulled another card from my Moonology Oracle deck. I'm gonna show y'all. I love the synchronicities as well. This is the Moon Oracle deck, Moonology Oracle deck, apologies, by Yasmin Boland. Yeah. And in this deck, New Moon Eclipse came out, which says, expect powerful change. Let's start with the Mother of Knives or Swords. The plant is rue, and reading from the guidebook, it says the Mother of Knives is depicted here as a member of two prestigious secret societies, the Grand United Order of Odd Fellows and the Order of the Eastern Star. In addition to the church, mutual aid, secret societies, and fraternal and sororal organizations were the backbone of Black American communities between the 18th and 20th centuries. Unlike women of other races, Black men were welcome to participate and were respected as powerful leaders and influencers of many of these organizations. Here, the Mother of Knives is a powerful bibliomancer who uses the Bible as guide. The Mother of Knives, sorry, y'all. The Mother of Knives is the archetype of the warrior queen. On the positive side, she is perceptive, analytical, forthright, witty, independent, resilient, highly intelligent, deep, and sets clear boundaries. On the negative side, she is a perfectionist, cold hearted, aggressive, and bitchy. In a reading, if she doesn't represent a literal person with these qualities, she represents those attributes. And so when I pulled that card, as usual, I don't give too much context on my Instagram. I leave it up to the collective to take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But I thought it was really beautiful, me personally, also in alignment with a lot of things that I've been talking about in community and a lot of things I've been seeing. I just saw a meme today that was like, it's time for women and trans people and non-binary people to be in charge, like men done had their fun, and that's real. It also talks about community, and community has been a very repetitive theme in a lot of my readings lately and a lot of conversation, because that's going to be really integral to the forward movement and just like the progression and reimagination of our society and our freedom. But we're going to get into that. Let me not get ahead of myself. Yeah, so moving on to the new moon eclipse, which is this card again for y'all. It says, expect powerful change. If you want affirmations that you can achieve your dreams and get the desired outcome in the situation you're asking about, then this is it. This is a card of beginnings, and there are powerful energies at work, But be prepared. It could be quite a ride, and events now could even be jarring and uncomfortable. However, any new directions you take will almost always lead somewhere better than where you are at the moment. Whatever is happening now is happening for a reason, and you'll appreciate it later on. A new portal is opening up, and all you have to do is have the courage to forget about the past and move through it. You're being put back on the right path. There is nothing to fear. Never mind the past. Life evolves every single day. And I think that's really beautiful, especially with the full moon in Gemini that's coming up, because it's really talking about like answers coming to the surface, reflecting and receiving answers and directions from the divine, speaking up and speaking in your truth, stillness in order to notice those messages, communication and community, healing your throat chakra and opening your throat chakra as well. So that's what I got for this morning. I'm gonna clear the space really quickly, and I'm gonna pull one last card for right now from African Goddess Rising Oracle deck by Abiola Abrams. And this is what that looks like. But before I do that and clear the space, I want to introduce to y'all some of my singing bowls. This is my third eye chakra singing bowl that I'll be playing today and using to clear the space. And this is the sacral chakra singing bowl that I will be playing as well. So we're going to get a bit of that. And join me in some deep breaths as I reset the space and call in my benevolent ancestors and angels and guides. In through your nose, hold it for a few moments and notice how it feels in your body, and out through your mouth. All right. So, for everybody that is in this space right now, who will be watching this video in this present moment and in the future, going to pull some cards from this oracle deck for the collective. Yeah. Ooh, I see in the chat, I saw that on your story. I said, yes, I receive, period. Be open to receiving. Ashe. So the two cards that came up and out were 13, storms. Hope that y'all can see that past the glare. Expect powerful change. It's the revolution. I know that's right, period, exactly. And also Marie Laveau, Good Juju. It was card number 7. I love this already together. Also, while I was noticed it was a card for scarcity. And like we just have to be aware of the scarcity mindset right now, especially as a lot of us are trying to imagine and dream bigger and better, more abundance, more powerful change. Some people are still trapped in scarcity mindset. And so that's worth noticing before we go on to these cards. So Oya is the goddess of storms from Yoruba people in Nigeria. The temple is warriors and the element is water. Wielding her powerful sword of truth, Oya is the Yoruba goddess of storms, wind, and lightning. Storms bring shift, rapid and uncontrollable change, and at times, chaos. The winds of change are in motion, okay? Can't make this up. Into every life, sometimes change moves slowly. At other times, change is swift. What would you like to change? If you're not actively changing it, you're choosing it. To make shift happen, focus on what you want. Stop giving energy to what is not working. The biggest thing holding you back is you. If you want people in life to treat you better, you go first. If you attract betrayals, stress, and strife, the denominator is you. Beating yourself up is self-harm. Feel your feelings. Honor your journey. Tell yourself the truth and practice comparison. Practice self-compassion, not comparison. We're avoiding comparison. But that just made me think like all of this is really connected about one, how a lot of this work needs to be done internally, but also as a community. Like if every single person within the community is doing this internal work and also working with community, then we're going to be able to weather these storms. We're going to be able to get to our desires, to pass all of the different things that are being put in our way by capitalism, by patriarchy, by people who, benefit from those different things and situations. Got some internet issues. But yeah, through these storms and through this change that is not linear, that is fast, that is slow, that is calm, that is raging, good juju, good energy on our side. We have fortune on our side. We have our gifts and our community on our side. And so Marie Laveau is the goddess of good juju from New Orleans, the temple's ancestors, and the element fire. Great ancestress Marie Laveau was a larger-than-life New Orleans voodoo. A successful spiritpreneur, the famous voodoo queen first built a thriving business as a hairstylist. Is yours now. You have been granted the greatest inheritance. Embrace your divine abundance. You have good juju. This is a time of increase for you. You are heirs to a rich heritage of. You accept your ancestral inheritance. Good juju is being supported by the universe. is abundance. Luck is alignment. Abundance is the goddess way. Just as you want abundance for those who come after you, your creator embraces wealth for you too. I'm going to say that again. Your creator embraces wealth too. Goddess declaration. All I do is win in abundance. I think this is really beautiful and it's really a balance. Like everything is with duality, going through storms, going through these hard times, going through these trials and tribulations, but also then being in abundance, being in alignment, receiving, thriving. Yeah. So I love that for the collective reading. Look in the chat. Finishing up the collective reading for this space, I also went through the cards of the day that came out this morning from the Moonology Oracle deck and the Hoodoo Tarot deck as well. Okay. Now we're going to get into the first bit of sound bowls, singing for y'all. So get comfortable. What happened? Sorry about that, y'all. Have some connection issues, which is very on brand because the weather has been weathering and the storms and the spirits both do be messing with the connection. So I'm gonna let this noise and then we're gonna get into the singing bowls. So get comfortable. And if you can still see me and hear me, go ahead and drop in the chat. Thank y'all for bearing with me through these technical difficulties. All right, so we're back. So just to recap, we've gone through the cards of the day, reading for the space, and we also discussed very briefly a little bit more about the full moon and what to expect, and some channel messages based on community that I've been in communication with. So I'm going to just play for a little bit, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the writing workshop that I did today that sparked a lot of conversation about the Gemini full moon that's coming up and the week ahead. All right, so get comfortable. Thank you for that confirmation. I appreciate it. Get comfortable, and we're gonna get right into it. So focus on your breathing, calling into the space, your intentions, whether that be peace in your body, in your mind, calm through the storms, patience, abundance, whatever it is that you'd like to call in to this space and into your week. You can go ahead and focus on those intentions. In through the nose, notice your breath, and out through the mouth. Remember to keep breathing. Whether you're taking deep breaths or you're noticing the regular pace of your breath. both are valid and there's space for both. You can return to your normal breathing, and we'll be back with an extended session a little bit towards the end. But I really want to talk about a couple things. So y'all will be the first to know before the flyers go up that Area Adventures, which is Ande and I, will be hosting a weekend of events next weekend on the 2nd and the 3rd. There'll be some longer session events. We'll be dropping the flyers after this live so you can get all the information about where, when, why, how much, all of those details. But we're going to be getting together and talking, dreaming, and just being, existing as a community. And it's going to be really powerful. I love that all of the different spaces I've been in, all of the synchronicities I've been receiving, all of the messages are so aligned to the same thing, just really talking about the duality of what's going on right now, the revolution and liberation that are coming, and how to use our gifts, our energy, our efforts to move from the reality that we are living in now to a reality that we dream of and that is uplifting and beneficial to the community and to the people. And so I really just love how this full moon specifically is talking about these answers that are coming up. It's talking about the truths that we need to step into, the truths that we need to speak loudly and clearly with our chest and in unison as a community and individually within our bodies. While doing some meditation and writing in the workshop and throughout the day, I was really just reflecting a lot on the duality and the necessary cycle of the healing that we do within and the liberation that comes out for ourselves and our communities and how those things are connected about balance and love, community healing, and what we believe, what we feel we're worthy of, and what we're willing to stand for and what we're willing to tolerate. So as this revolution is beginning, I feel it's very important to come together as a community and have these conversations. And they're popping up in every part of media, every part of life, every part of existence, that no matter where you are, what you're doing, you can't get away from the fact that right now is a time of change, a time of great movement, and really a time that you want to utilize if there's anything that you've been waiting to step into, any truth that you've been waiting to live, any gifts that you've been waiting to share. Now is the time. Spirit is calling us, many of us, to utilize these gifts, to reflect and to think about how we can use our gifts to liberate ourselves and our communities and heal ourselves and our communities. I think that that's really beautiful. Um, I think that if you're struggling with a lot of these questions, if you're contemplating a lot of these things, if you're seeing a lot of these synchronicities, if you even just are here today or you stumble upon this video later, it's really a call to sit with this full moon energy in Gemini and think about how you communicate the things that you want, the things that set your soul on fire, the things that you think that you and your community deserve. How do you speak up and stand for what you believe in and fight for yourself, your humanity, your life, your joy, your liberty, your liberation, your healing, all of these very necessary things that we are worthy of and we are deserving of. Um, so I think that that's really beautiful. I think that now's a time that many people might want to look away, but there is a majority of people who are refusing to look away, are refusing to be silenced, and are refusing to put back that which has come out. Once you know your divine calling in this time, you can't unknow it. You can't go back on it. You have to lean further into it. Spirit is saying that if there's anything that you've been sitting on, if there's anything that you've been waiting and hoping and thinking, I wish that I could do this, or I really feel like this is something I can't get off my mind, off my heart, off my chest. Now is the time to open that throat chakra, heal that throat chakra, open your heart and heal your heart to offer these things and find ways to give to community, and you will receive so much in return. A lot of this internal work that we need to do, it starts with you. You do the work for yourself, you heal yourself, you free yourself, you fight for yourself, and then it goes outward and outward and outward and expands like a big bubble covering you and your community and your loved ones. So I think that this full moon is going to be very powerful. I think it's going to be very emotional. I'm going to be talking about dreams with Ande at one of our events and telling y'all a bit about one of my dreams. I'm not going to give too much of a spoiler, but it really has to do with something being stuck in my throat in my dream world, translating to things that I need to say and things that I need to do in my waking world, in my day to day. And that's why I'm here being vulnerable, in front of y'all. One of the many reasons that I'm even on live. And I used to say I was never going to do live and I didn't want to be seen. And I really had to come to terms with where my fear of being seen came from, because I didn't come to this earth playground with being shy, wanting to be hidden within me, within my spirit. That was something that was placed on me by society. And now I have to do the work to release that and to come through that and move through that so that my gifts can get to who they need to get to, because me being me and me walking in my purpose and my in alignment is going to be a domino effect for someone else's life. It's going to set a fire in someone else's life. Even if it's just one person, it's necessary for the collective healing, for the collective movement. So no one person is too small. No one gift is too little, too different, too similar, too loud, too quiet, for spirit to use it. Yeah. Spirit is telling me it's like firewood. Every log in the fire is important. It stokes the flame. Yeah. If you're not following Ahime Aura on Instagram, you definitely should. She does host workshops, writing workshops, and other workshops as well. But the one today on liberation was truly transformational. It was a beautiful communal space, and I just love how a lot of us are talking about these things now. It's gonna be so amazing. I can't wait to experience this with Yash. Amen. You are speaking. Thank you. Yes, I can't wait to have you. It's gonna be so juicy. We're gonna be dreaming, writing, learning. Just it's gonna be a vibe. It's gonna be a good time with community and in a safe space filled with love and beautiful intention. I'm really excited for the spirits and the people that are going to be in that space. Mm. The alignment right now is really mind blowing. I feel like every person that I talk to, every synchronicity I see, it's all in alignment with the fact that we need to be using our gifts in this time. Like the time is now. This is a really precious time that we don't want to let pass us. You really want to, if you needed a sign that like now is your moment, this is that sign. Like now, like it's a really big sign with really like all caps, vibrant, bright letters. Like this is the sign, this is the moment that thing that you think is just about you is actually the thing that's like your spark that's gonna like set off so much abundance, so much beauty, so much growth, so much healing. It needs to happen. Let those things come out of you as they're coming up. Release them. Do a lot of releasing with this full moon and under this full moon. If you need to, do some intentions, write out the things you want to release and burn them and release them. Do that. Whatever forms of release you do. If you need to cry, scream to let it out, do that. Really get the things out without any inhibition. Really lean into the release. Don't stop it. Speaking with Ande the other day, we were talking about how sometimes I will like unknowing to myself stop myself or try to stop myself from crying, and it's like really being present and still in your body to know that you can relax into that and feel all of your feelings, because a lot of emotions are going to come up in this time. A lot of sadness, a lot of rage, a lot of confusion, a lot of excitement, a lot of inspiration, a lot of good times as well in community and just like beautiful moments. But there is balance always. Where there's good there is bad. Whatever you consider good and bad, where there is one there is the other, as above so below. And so using this time intentionally to really let yourself be seen and see yourself. Really look into the mirror, do some mirror work, do some reflecting, some journaling, some scripting, and see what comes up for you. I'll share only one thing that came up from Ejeo's workshop before I move on from the channeled message that I'm giving y'all right now. Just thinking about liberation, I really wanted to lean into that and allow my mind to go wherever it went. And so I just started writing out individual words. And this is a practice that you can do if you want. You can just think about a singular idea, whether it be liberation, revolution, healing, abundance, self-love, any word, and just sit and without expectation, without any pressure, just write anything that comes to mind. And so some of the words that I want to share with y'all to maybe inspire some thought and reflection are revolution, liberation, reflection, imagination, creation, revelation, awakening, opening, expanding, unfolding, integrating, stillness, perseverance, endurance, persistence, insistence, love, grace, space, balance, overflow, overcome, overwhelm, and silence. I also feel like a lot of us need to do a lot of sweetening work at this time, a lot of self-love, self-care, like any practices that you have for pouring love and comfort back into yourself and also protecting yourself need to be upped and doubled in this time. Protection needs to be at an all-time high and on the forefront of your mind. If you are a prayer, pray. If you be cleansing, cleanse. If you fortify, fortify. You know, really dig deep into your bag of tricks and pull out what it is you need for yourself and your community to keep going. Like now is not a time to really like lean into fear and doomerism, although those things are valid and those feelings are valid, because it's really a scary time out here. It's really scary out here. 32 to that. 5 trouble. Although it's wild in these streets right now, we still need to lean further on protection, on spirit, on love, on community, on that which pours into us, not that which strips us and drains us and takes from us. And that's not to say look away, but it's to say take care of yourself as you look forward, as you keep looking forward, as you keep moving forward, as you continue to stand your ground, as you continue to imagine and dream and persevere. But spirit really wants a lot of us to sit with like, what do you truly believe is possible? What do you truly believe you deserve? What do you truly believe that you can create and attain with the divine on your side? Why do we accept suffering so easily? And why do we not lean into the hope and the power and the idea that holding that hope and holding that idea and that imagination will manifest our dreams into our reality? Spirit is saying, like, even though it feels like it's unending, a lot of ends are near. A lot of new beginnings are near, because as things end, things begin. It's a cycle. And there's another thing that I want to share from my writing to wrap that up. And it is that the seasons of nature teach us that all which withers and dies will bloom again with new life. Liberation is a communal blossoming. So yeah, if y'all want to dive deeper into these ideas really specifically, let's get into like how to and what to and how, why, if, come to our events. Follow Airy Adventures on Instagram, or me, or AJ the Artist on Instagram to get those flyers. I'll also be posting them in my community on my page. So the information will be there for y'all to get that good medicine next weekend on, I believe it's Saturday and Sunday, the 2nd and the 3rd. So that's a bit of what I'm gonna say for now. Spirit is telling me I should definitely read y'all the full moon in Gemini page from my Moonology deck for this week ahead as well. And then we're gonna get into a bit more of a longer session of the singing rolls. So. Full moon in Gemini, the answers you need are coming. This card is a reminder that it's important to speak your truth. But remember that your words have consequences and impact your listeners. Right now, you need to guard against indiscretion. The answers you need may well come soon. The issues you're facing could well be one or a few conversations away from being resolved. If you're inquiring about a love situation, a little flirting may be called for. If you're in the middle of an argument, this card comes to you as a reminder of the old, very non-Gemini message, least said, soonest mended. It's good to talk, but be careful you aren't causing yourself any issues with your words. Words have enormous power. Your word is your wand and your bond. You create magic and your own reality every time you express yourself. Have an important conversation, but stay calm. Don't be superficial, go deeper. Be still and notice. Laughter and joy are needed, and good prospects are in front of you. So I'm really just gonna summarize it like I've been saying as like this is the time that you need to utilize. Use this full moon consensually because it has so much to offer. It has so much healing, so much reflection. It's so bright. It's so big. You can't help but look at yourself when looking at it and look at the world around you when looking at it. So take notice, be still enough to notice your community, notice the people around you, notice what's going on, notice yourself. And if you're where you want to be in the grand scheme of that. And I'm not saying like, oh, what like your goals, where you want to be, but like, where are you standing as things stand? So. All right. So we got about 20 minutes left, and I am going to play for y'all. Yeah. So of course, wherever you are, you can get comfortable and receive the medicine that is coming and that is available for you. Let me look in the chat. I'm so glad you could make it. I am a prayer. Ande, I know that's right. You are a prayer. Be the prayer and pray for the things you really want in the words of Ande. Mm-hmm. Your word is your wand and your bond. Glass of water look almost as good as you. Thank you, baby. Thank you. So yeah, let's get into it. Like I said, I got the third eye bowl and I got the sacral chakra bowl as well. And so get comfortable and receive this medicine. I pray that these sounds are received by my ancestors and my spirits and the divine with open arms. I hope they receive it well. Mafarefun Eshuo, thank you for being the messenger, for carrying these gifts, these prayers, these messages, and these offerings above and below. Ashe. Focus on your breath and your intentions. Your thoughts and your words hold power. Be present in this time. Thank you for carving time out for yourself to be present, to be still, to be vulnerable and open to receive the messages of spirit and the divine. Ashe. Breathe in through your nose. Notice your breath. And out through your mouth. I know a lot of people have been listening to Andre 3000's album, and I just want to say, like, there's so much power in frequencies, there's so much power in sound. Be aware and be intentional about the sounds and the frequencies that you interact with, that you engage with, that you listen to. That's not to say that you have to listen to frequency music all day, every day, and flute music every day, but like how you start your day, how you end your day, that's important. Like those rituals that you have, clearing your space, clearing your body, and calling your energy back into your body, being still enough to listen, to know what your body needs, what your Eri is saying to you, and also what God is saying to you. So listening to different frequencies, different hertz, different sounds, singing bowls, even just being in stillness or listening to the sounds of nature, not the sounds of the cars passing, but the sounds of nature, all of those things and being still in them are a really beautiful way to unlock these different things that want to come up and allow them to come up and out. Spirit is telling me to invite y'all, if you'd like to work with water, if you have any rain in this coming week, it's a really good idea to go stand in the rain and channel the things you'd like to release, the storms you'd like to move through, the cleansing and the refreshing that you need. If you don't have rain, you can also do this in the shower, at the beach, any body of water. But rain is also very cleansing and very powerful and a gift to help us move and transmute things. Also, you can channel your water. If you get a glass of water, you can speak your intentions into the water, and you can channel it with the things that you need to receive and give yourself that receiving back. So as you're releasing, you want to make sure that you're pouring back into your body as well. It's not too late. I wasn't going to do individual readings, but like I can definitely definitely pull a card for you for sure. If Spirit asks you, move you to ask, I will definitely pull for you. I'm gonna pull from the Moonology Oracle deck. And you can just get comfortable, focus on your breathing, call in your ancestors, call in your spirits, call in any energy that you work with. Also, of course, baby, of course. Um, Call in your intentions, your question. And you said you want a reading on your business. You feel like you need guidance in that area. So we're going to get that guidance together. And remember that you can always get more answers in that stillness. You can always rely on your area to guide you, your head to guide you, because you know best. Ooh. Okay. Got a lot of full moon energy. The two cards that came out for you are full moon in Aries and full moon in Taurus. A fiery climax approaches, and your dreams need a practical plan. So these are the two cards for you. Okay, baby, them cards show did jump. I said, oh, okay, let me know, Spirit, which one is it gonna be? So these are the two cards, and I'm gonna read them for you. But yeah, Spirit is just like telling me, like, keep going. Don't let any bump in your road stop you from continuing down your path. I think I told you this earlier too. Like, make adjustments as you need. Learn from each lesson, learn from each roadblock, learn from each hiccup, and keep going. Integrate it into your plan, integrate it into your work. And yeah, you're gonna be good. Let's see. Full moon in Aries, a fiery climax approaches. It's time to see if you've been a little bit too much me, me, me. There's a tug of war going on between what you want and what someone else wants, but you'll have to wait a little while to see what's going to happen. And Spirit is also already stopping me and telling me that it's really between what you want and what Spirit wants for you. Somebody else is the divine. They want to make sure that you are listening to the guidance that they're giving you, and allowing them to adjust your plans. Because you know how people say, we make plans, God laughs, right? So you have to have a plan, you have to have them steps, but you need to release the outcome and release the flow, because it's not linear. Mm. As you wait, ask yourself if you've been handling the situation as sensitively as you could have. If you know deep down that you've been a little rash or harsh, gone too fast, or overstepped, then accept that on some level, you've created this situation yourself, which means you can create your way out of it too. When this card comes up, a peak is coming, and it could be fiery. Be kind, be nice, be polite to yourself as you navigate to where you want to be. There is an abundance of grace. Being assertive is good, but don't ride roughhood over anyone. Like, don't being assertive is good, but there's a point. There's definitely a point where, okay, now you need to release to the divine and allow things to happen the way they're meant to happen. If you're in a tense situation, meditate your way to peace. Like I said, that stillness and that meditation, the answers will come because you've done what you need to do, and you're doing what you need to do. You're taking steps, and you need to allow the divine to meet you halfway and continue to take steps with you and to hold your hand as y'all co-create together, right? So it also says you have to have like more fun, like allow yourself to have fun with it, loosen up. Like, you're gonna make mistakes. It's all part of the journey. The most important part is the journey too. It's not just the destination. So make sure that you're present along the way, every step of the way. You know why you're making your steps, what you're working towards, and you're having fun with it. Mm. The full moon in Aries is a super fiery time when emotions can run very high. There's excitement, but tempers are likely to flare. No matter when you pull this card, it signals that the situation is just about to come to a peak, perhaps in a rather heated way. There could be a price to pay if you've been too competitive or too blunt. Yeah, I really just feel like a lot of like loosen your grip, like allow yourself to have fun, allow it to unfold beautifully. Mm, I hope some of that is resonating for you. Take what resonates and, of course, leave what doesn't. And then we also have the full moon in Taurus, which is your dreams need a practical plan, which goes hand in hand with what I was saying about you needing to know your steps and be present with your steps. Sometimes you need to weave a bit of magic, and sometimes you need to be practical. There's that balance again. Sometimes you need to find a combination of the two. This card suggests that is where you are now. You need to use the laws of attraction to draw in what you want by imagining it, expecting it, welcoming it, calling it in. But you need to balance that with taking down to earth steps towards your goal. There's the balance between the steps you take and the steps Spirit takes and how y'all meet in the middle. This isn't about wishing on the moon and hoping for the best. It's about making something like a list of bullet points about how to achieve your dreams, maybe even scripting, writing out exactly how you want it to unfold, and allowing Spirit to take that and work with it and do as they will. If you're asking about business or money, this card heralds a change of financial fortune depending on both your past actions and what you're expecting and therefore attracting. Write down 10 things that you know are wonderful about you. Laziness could explain your current situation. And not even laziness as far as like moving slowly or not doing anything, because we need rest. But like, are you actually taking out the time to do the work that you need to do, to make those lists, to set those intentions, to sit in stillness and wait for answers to come to you before you move? Chase your dreams. Jealousy or envy create negative energy and attract negativity. More movement is called for. So time to get back to earth, get grounded. Get grounded in yourself, get grounded in your dreams. Like, don't worry about what anybody else got going on. Your dreams and your lane is specific to you and is beautiful for you. And you can work to open those roads, to get intentional and clear about those roads, but also enjoy the ride and the journey. Take shortcuts, take the scenic route, go a little bit off grid, let it unfold beautifully. So I hope that answers your question. I really do. And yeah, that is about time. I'm going to be clearing the space one last time and sending y'all off to the week to think about the things that we've reflected on and we've talked about what this full moon in Gemini is going to illuminate. Of course, you're welcome. What the full moon in Gemini is going to illuminate in your life and in your journey, what things you need to do for yourself personally, but also in community and with community. Yeah. Different ways that you can pour into yourself with love, with grace, with protection, fortification. Different ways that you can stand your ground and be authentically you and show up in your fullness. Remember that you can always come back to your breath. It's always there for you to help ground you, to help calm your nervous system, to connect you to the divine and to earth. You can always sit in stillness with the world, with the earth, with divine, with your ancestors, with your spirits, and allow them to pour into you. It's okay to receive as much as you give or more. It's all about your intentions. This time is a time to be highly intentional in all that we do, in all that we are. This time is a time to lean into weirdness, into curiosity, into imagination, into dreams. Allow things to take a turn you never expected. Release control and expectations. Call all the parts of yourself you dropped off along the way back to your body, back to your back to your heart. Know that it is safe for all of you in your body and in this timeline. Remember to receive the grace that is always available, to receive the medicine that the earth offers at all times, to be in right relationship with the earth and with yourself. You are never too much. You are always enough. You matter. Your gifts matter. You are necessary for the revolution and for the liberation of yourself and your community. Ashe, as above, so below, let it be so. I pray that y'all take what resonates from this live in this time, and those of you watching in the future, and leave what does not. Ashe. The last thing that was placed on my heart to say before I hop off is lean into being vulnerable and being open, because that's where the magic is. That's where the evolution is. That's where the forward movement is. That's where grace is. That's where peace is. That's where abundance is. So be vulnerable, be weird, be different, be yourself, and be full. Ashe. As full as the Gemini full moon. Y'all have a great week. Peace.